Hello everybody. Mr. Wu in Europe is there again. Actually, I did not want to talk about coronavirus again, but the situation is so serious, I just can't, avoid talking it because it's too serious. You guys should understand the official figures about how many infected, how many deaths from the official side of China, the Chinese government, they are not trustworthy. That's the problem, They still claim, I think the latest figure, a number of deaths is something 500 something, yeah? And a number of infected, I think is something like 25,000, roughly, yeah? And it doesn't matter because they are all artificial figures. It's not true. That's the problem. I mentioned it in the last time already. Why they purposely go down with the figures? Because you guys have to understand, the government of China and the Communist Party, they have their priority. And their priority, number one priority, always their power. The stability of their governance. That's always number one. And for that, they don't want to take any risk in harming the economy, because if the economy goes down even more, social unrest will come and their power will be then shaken. So nothing is more important than their power. So that's why they don't want people to know how serious the situation is. Because if that happened, all the countries who have been doing a lot of business with China will stop coming, and their economy is already in trouble. So if that happened, it was terrible. So that's why they cover up. Now, interesting is, for example, America. America is pretty advanced in disease control. So they found out they didn't want to wait for World Health Organization. They have their own way to find out the truth. So America, pretty early, I think it's already a week ago, decided to stop basically all flight to and from China. Yeah? And they even stopped Chinese people to enter American territories. Now, interesting also here is the Chinese foreign ministry protested and said, oh, America is not friendly, America is doing really bad, this is, instead of helping us, they are making trouble with us, yeah? The interesting is, America is not at all the first country who, so to say, closed the border, although they don't have common border, but it's a kind of border, yeah, to China. The first one was actually North Korea. So how come, North Korea decided maybe 10 days before America to close the border? And Chinese government never say a word. And actually, Russia also much earlier than America to close the whole border. And you guys should understand, when Russia closed the border to China, it's a huge border. It's 3,000 kilometer long border along, the northern part of China. And they still do it. They close everything. Yeah? And China, no protest, not even mention one word. That's how China works. And then they tell the Chinese people, America, they don't help us, they never help us, and they now even basically sabotage. Yeah? Now, what is the real truth? The real truth is America has already sent tons of medical equipment to support different hospitals in Wuhan and Hubei province to help them to fight coronavirus. And America, actually, President Trump personally offer to send world top-class expert from the American CDC, yeah? Center of Disease Control. They are really the top expert in fighting epidemic. And 3 times he offered that. No response from China. Instead, they tell or they told their own people in the world, America never really help us, they only talk. This is how it works. They don't answer other people, and then they tell people they never help. So, now, how serious actually is the situation, dear friends? I'm not an expert, but I have been analyzing, studying different reports, both from China and outside China, both official figures and non-official figures. And also I have seen quite a few videos shot by many courageous Chinese who managed to go into different hospitals in Wuhan. And you could see everywhere crowded with people, and he managed in one single visit identify 8 dead bodies. And actually, the crematorium in Wuhan is now working 24 hours round the clock. Why? Before, in normal time, I think they work something like 6 hours a day. Now 24 hours. So you can draw your own conclusion. And not only that, someone has even got a copy of an announcement from the crematorium saying that no funeral, because funeral in China used to take place in the same place where they have cremation. Yeah? No funeral should take longer than 1 hour in a big hurry. Yeah? In a big hurry. So you can also draw your conclusion again. Now, personally, without going into all the details, after my analysis and my experience and feeling, I'm quite convinced that those experts, whom I believe, are those who claim the real figure is at least 10 times of the official one. So, not 500 something deaths, but 5,000 or 6,000. And also I believe, in the estimation, that every 6 days, the figure will double. So you can calculate yourself, very easy. Every 6 days, you double the figure. Every 6 days, you double the figure. So if we do not find a vaccine, if we do not find any way to stop it, you can imagine what a scenario we can expect in the near future. Now, in the Chinese propaganda, we also learned that fantastic, the Chinese government and the party, are doing all the best. They even managed to build, I think, less than 2 weeks, 2 new hospitals in Wuhan, specialized for coronavirus infected patients. Now, again, some brave Chinese managed to take some video footage, and it's terrible. First of all, inside that hospital, when I saw the picture, I didn't even think about it was a hospital, because the first thing I associate to it is a prisoner house. It looked like that for me. And also, the person who took the footage, they found out, or he found out, the door of the patient room can only be locked from outside. So imagine, if you are identified as an infected person, you may still be pretty healthy, but you are infected. Maybe you don't even have fever. You will be locked inside. You can never leave that room without someone from outside open for you. Can you imagine? Is that a hospital? And now, because of all these crazy things they have done, so these 2 hospitals are under administration of the military. Well, military are not only good in shooting, they are particularly good in keeping secret, because everything is state secret, defense secret, right? So why? Why you need to keep so many things secret? My friends, no other country makes so much secrecy than People's Republic of China. Everything is secret. Why? Why you need to keep so many things secret? If not because you are lying frequently. For the same reason, why, in many countries you have different media, freedom of press. In China, freedom of press is basically zero. There's no media exists in China which is independent of the party. And actually, now they take even one step forward. The party has now demanded that no one in China is allowed to say anything to media about coronavirus. Absolutely. If you do it, you face 15 years jail. Actually, I have to mention, maybe you guys knows, I have to thank for 8 Chinese doctors were so courageous that already in the beginning of January, they disclosed in the social media, the Chinese social media WeChat, that there is an unidentified SARS-like virus going on. And these 8 doctors who were so good, who want to save life, who want to tell people early, because doctors understand, the earlier you inform people, the more life you save. They were arrested by the police and faced charges for spreading rumor. So ladies and gentlemen, situation is getting worse and worse. Now it's not only Wuhan being a city of quarantine, some 30 cities, big cities, are also now become a quarantine. And one of them is called Nanjing. And interesting enough is, for about a week ago, one of our watcher in this channel, they contacted me and said, "Oh, we are watching CCTV every day to, follow the development, but we are so difficult to believe in them. So please tell us more the truth." Well, they are clever people, because these people know how to overcome the internet censorship, so they can see my YouTube channel. But you have to understand that 100 millions of Chinese have no chance to see that. So those who see this, please inform other fellows, your friends and relatives, about the truth. The more people know about the truth, the more life you can save. And those fans, you can say, in Nanjing who contacted me, they were wondering, other than asking me to give them the true information, if I have any good way to protect themselves, to save their life. They were so frightened by the development. And then I said, well, of course, physically or medically, you can, wash your hand and use your mask and so on. But the best thing is, you have to understand, you have to go back to the old science of China. And in old China, people believe everything has a reason. Even, when a person gets infected and even a person gets sick or die of a virus, they ask themselves, why 2 persons, one get virus, the other get also virus, and one die, the other one, nothing happened. Why? I tell you, modern science cannot explain to you. The best explanation is saying, the other one, that he has a better immunity system. Then you can ask, why he has a better immunity? Why not the other? And so on and so on. But, in old China, people have another way to understand the nature. And they have make research, scientific research in a different way. So they believe this is a reason of karma. It's a karmic reaction. If a person had made a lot of bad things in his earlier life, earlier time, he has a lot of karma, he has a worse immunity system. And the other one, opposite. So that's why same virus attacking a lot of people, some, unfortunately, have a sad end, and the other not. So I told my fans contacting me from Nanjing. Yeah. By the way, Nanjing is also now a city of quarantine. Huh? And actually, interesting is, officially they say since yesterday it's now blocked or become a quarantine city. But actually, when they contacted me a week ago, it was already quarantine. You see. So anyway, I told these people. And they understand. They say, yes, we will make sure to find out what bad thing we have done and stop doing bad thing, try to be a good person, so maybe that will help us. I say, yes, I'm sure, and they agree. Okay, thank you for today. If you enjoy sharing with me, listening to me, then click on subscribe, click on like, and you are welcome to make comments, of course, and feedback. Thank you. Bye-bye.